Hi, I'm Shahara.
I'm Sophie.
We're working together this year to build a biodynamic market garden in Hertfordshire.
And alongside Kez and Harry, we'll be making videos to show how we'll be using the biodynamic calendar as we go, and we'll be doing the even months of the year. So, Shahara, I'm joining your team, so I'd love to know what you've been doing and what you have planned biodynamically for the month of February. So, what are we doing for February?
In February, I want to apply the first of 5 BD500 preparations.
And BD500 is the horn manure preparation that works to enliven the soil but also works on the roots of the plants.
Exactly. So I want to apply that on a root day, so one of these days, but also on a descending moon.
Aha, and is that the symbol for the descending moon?
This symbol here is the descending moon. And this is when the moon begins to descend in the sky in the northern hemisphere. And this happens in February on the 2nd. And this marks the beginning of the northern transplanting time. The descending moon continues until this symbol here, which is the ascending moon. So the moon will ascend in the northern hemisphere at this time, and that marks the beginning of the southern transplanting time, which happens on the 16th of February this year. Page 11 in the calendar talks more about the ascending and the descending moon. In the northern hemisphere, it means that the arcs of the moon are getting lower in the sky. The moon is moving from Sagittarius to Gemini. When the moon is descending, plants take root more readily and connect well with their new location. So essentially, the forces of the cosmos have a downward gesture into the soil. I'm using this information about the descending moon and also root days to help me decide when to apply horn manure to the soil. Horn manure is about forces entering the soil, so I want to amplify that by using a descending moon, which is about forces entering the soil, and also a root day, which is about forces entering the soil. So in February, it makes sense to me to apply the horn manure preparation on the 9th, 10th, or 11th of February. But on the 9th, 10th, and 11th of February, I'm actually not at work. So this is an important reminder that the calendar is just a guide, and instead I will apply the horn manure probably on the 13th or 14th, which is still in the descending moon, so I'm able to get those cosmic gestures, but it won't be on the ideal time of a root day as well. But that's okay.
So the reason why we use the BD500 preparation is because when we dynamize the horn manure in the water after stirring,
and that horn manure has captured cosmic forces over the winter while it's been buried.
So when that's then sprayed across the land, it enlivens the soil, but it also enhances the humus building properties within the soil, helps to build soil life, and helps the plants grow stronger roots as well.
And many people only use BD500. That's the one preparation that they use, and they only use it once at the start of the year, but it's very powerful, and that seems to be enough for a lot of people. And it's a good way to get started with biodynamic preparations.
Can you explain how you use the calendar to do crop planning?
Sure. So if we have a look at my spreadsheet here, so I know that in February I want to start sowing lettuce, but which day? So I just go to the biodynamic calendar and I find the first leaf day. So if you can find that for me.
I believe it is the 14th of February.
Yeah, so the 14th is not too early, it's mid-Feb. So that's a good time for us to start. And then I'll just put in the 14th here. And now I know that on February the 14th, I will sow my first lettuce seeds. And I will then go through and do that for everything that I'm planning to get in February and March.
And what happens if you miss the 14th?
Very good question. So I always choose the first of a section. So 14th is the first of the leaf days. But then we also have 1 or 2 days following. And so if I miss the 14th, I've still got the 15th and sometimes the 16th to do my sowing. So that's the strategy that I use. Okay, I think that that's enough for our first video.
Yes, thank you very much for watching, and thank you for your patience.
And we will get better.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.